In this particular video, we'll be creating our in-between poses for our bouncing ball using the traditional paperless technique. I'm now going to create my in-between poses using, again, the pathway that I've drawn and my charts to guide me. So I know that the next drawing that I need to do between 1 and 7 is drawing number 5. So I'm turning on the onion skin feature that allows me to see both 1 and 7 as I'm drawing number 5. Now, I know it needs to be 1/2 between here and here, but also that the shape needs to be halfway between the round and the stretch shapes. So what I'm going to do is use a feature called Shift and Trace, which will allow me to temporarily take my drawings off of the virtual pegs that they're on, shift them so I can trace the correct shape for the ball at number 5. So to start doing that, I'm just going to sketch in a ball at that correct position that will be a placeholder for using the Shift and Trace. I'm now going to the drawing view, select frames 1 to 7, right click, and then select Send Drawings to Desk. Now on the left side here you can see the Shift and Trace interface. First I need to activate the Shift and Trace by clicking on this button here, and then on this other button to make the peg manipulator appear. So again, the first thing I'm going to do is move number 7 over number 1, then select drawing number 5 and move that one over the other two drawings. And now I'm going to come in and erase the placeholder drawing that I did, and now I can in between that shape. So without the Shift and Trace, this in between would be harder to do with the drawings farther away from each other. So this feature really makes that process a lot easier and also saves time. Now that I have that, I exit Shift and Trace by hitting the Escape key and go back to my camera view. And that ball is now the right shape. It's not quite following the arc exactly, so I can simply select it and give it a little rotation. Please note that the Shift and Trace feature is not available in the Essentials version of Harmony 12. Now, to continue doing my in-betweens, it's a matter of using the onion skin and drawing them by eye. Or I could use the Shift and Trace again if I wanted to. Now, I've done my drawing at frame 3. According to my chart, there is one more in between at frame 2. Continuing on, following my second chart, I'm going to draw the ball at frame 13 and then frame 15, and then the last drawing at frame 16. When we go to the drawing view, we can choose whether we want to flip through only our key poses, our key and breakdown poses, or all of our drawings. So what I've done is I've remarked my keys and breakdowns with the red and blue indications, and what I'm doing now is selecting the flipping and the easy flipping toolbars from my tool menu. So when I click on these blue directional arrows, which allow me to flip backward or forward one frame at a time, depending on which combination of the K, B, and I buttons that I activate here, I can see the corresponding combination of drawings flipping backward and forward. So we can see now that the marking your keys and breakdowns feature, why this is so useful, especially when you're collaborating with others and you want to show them only your key poses or another combination of keys, breakdowns, and in-betweens. Please be sure to note that this selective flipping feature and the flipping and easy flipping toolbars are not available in the Essentials version of Harmony 12. So back in my camera view, what I'm going to do now is fill in the even numbered frames by using Control-C and Control-V. So I'm going to Control-C on frame 3 and 5 and paste those into frames 4 and 6. And then at frame 8, I'm going to draw another in-between in the same position as the ball is in frame 9, thus emphasizing the change of shape from the stretch to the squash. And then I'm going to continue on, copying the odd-numbered frames into the empty, even-numbered frames. And there we have the complete in-between rough animation of our bouncing ball.